Live from the metropolis of Milton, Pennsylvania, this is the Nearly Famous CB Show. And now, here are the stars of the show, Chris Patton and Brandon Kozer. Welcome back, everybody.
A little chilly for him to be up here.
Yeah, he does. He's a fair weather guy. Yeah. So,
but hey, what's up?
Nothing, man. Big week. You had a great interview this week.
Yeah, we got. Well, it's been a couple weeks since I've done the fireside chat. The audience has been
asking about
like
where
where
the feedback to it. We got so much going on.
Yeah,
it's kind of
a lot of my
tough to
mind
squeeze it all
too. A lot of times is on this ongoing debate that's going on between LeBron and Jordan.
Yeah.
And one thing I would like to ask, if the audience,
if you could weigh in,
give us your opinion.
because I do feel like we waste a lot of time. Like we
Right.
know who it is,
Right.
But if we can get some support from the audience, in the comments, just get us
LeBron, Jordan. We already know who's Jordan.
Yeah,
By
you can
the
even
way,
just
you can throw Bird in there if you want.
if you want to, MJ,
Right.
whatever it is, just shoot us a message and let us know what you got.
But yeah, great week. But why don't we get right into our favorite segment?
Yeah.
The Weekly Update.
So this week, no DOT reportables, no lost time injuries, and we had a great run here. February was a good month,
All right, so hold on. If you have zero,
and then we add
zero,
to
what
that.
does that equal? Let me think about it.
0 plus
Right.
0. Maybe we get that on the screen. 0 plus 0 is 0.
Big zero.
Yeah, but we added 4 with 4 great drivers this week. So we had Stefan and Michael from Virginia, and
Yeah.
then Doug from New York, and Zila
Zila.
from Tennessee.
Well, welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard to all 4 of them. Definitely looking forward to working with them and moving forward. And
Hey, one thing that we haven't talked about lately, the driver referral bonus. Right?
Oh yeah, driver referral bonus for a family or friend, anybody that has a CDL, 2 years experience, and wants to join our team. Reach out to myself or Tony.
Yep.
We'll get you all squared away and get you on board and be part of the team.
One other thing, I just thought about company store
Oh, apparel.
apparel.
Get the apparel going.
Make sure people understand that we have to go to their websites and you get the store. A lot of great stuff on
A
there.
lot of good stuff on
Supply chain is,
It's
Incre-
delayed,
delayed a little bit,
but we still
but
get the stuff out, and it's good.
pretty
It's good
quick.
quality stuff.
yeah, nice stuff.
They have
Nice
some
stuff.
nice Carhartt sweatshirts. I have a couple of
Yeah.
those on there. But definitely check out the apparel. And I do have some beanies left. If you haven't
Yeah.
gotten your beanie, I know we're getting out of the winter, but hey,
Hey,
you can wear them all year round, especially warehouse guys and
Yeah.
stuff like that. If you want to, or just drivers that like to wear them all
Right.
year. So
the other thing that this week, I pulled in the parking lot the one day and I saw this massive crane
The
with
big crane out
the
back.
crane with the. It actually was so high that I had to put one of those lights on top of it, for aircraft. So Grant went out and got a couple video pictures of it. It was pretty cool. You can see here. But another big thing, our Steve Patton was down in
Dublin.
Virginia.
Yeah.
It was good to see the progress that's going on in the new terminal down there. So there's a picture of that. The footers, right?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, we're getting
You got to start with the base, right? Work your way up.
Work
right?
your way up. You can't start at the top and work down with a building. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
So.
But no, a lot of great things going on right now. This weekend, you got tomorrow, right? You have our
Tomorrow's safety meeting.
safety meeting.
Yep, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. So let's. I'm looking forward. Be there a little early. I know the last couple of weekends we've been filling up the box. We
Yeah.
can only get so many in the meeting, and we get a full meeting every week, or every month, I should say.
Right.
So try and get there a little bit early.
Yep.
It's only an
Check in.
hour long. We get good information, good interaction with drivers. So
Hey,
definitely.
you think we're going to talk about cell phones at all?
Probably bring up cell phones. Probably how the cell
Talk
phones are
about
distracting and dangerous,
Yeah.
and how we don't want to use them.
Right.
And and actually, I have a little special, a new thing that we started. I'm going to
awesome.
introduce it tomorrow in the safety meeting.
Exciting stuff. So
And then before we jump
that?
into, I know you're anxious
I'm
about
so
your
excited.
fireside, but I am going to do a little sabbatical here. I will be missing for the next.
oh no.
This next week I'll be
Oh
out,
yeah, you did say.
and then I'll be back, and then so in March I'm hit or miss, so we might have to find you some some co-hosts.
Co-host.
So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe even the South. Maybe we'll see if the
man.
South can
This
step
is
up.
a great job, Jonathan.
Yeah, maybe we'll see if Jonathan Rick or Jonathan Rocky or somebody
Right.
can step in and fill in for a week while I'm out on the road. So
Okay, well, a lot
We'll check
of
it out.
opportunities. But, well, without further ado, you know,
let's just
we just got to get right into it.
jump into it.
Hello there. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Fireside Chat. I'm honored today to have Chris, well, which is easy for me to remember because my name is Chris as well, right? So,
Yes, sir.
Chris Cook from Gretna,
Gretna,
Virginia, right? So, it's our first guest to be from Virginia, so that's pretty cool, right? So,
Yes.
but you know, Chris, you kind of asked to be on the show because you got a great story to tell, you know. But
Yes, I do.
That's cool. But tell the audience, you know, how'd you get into trucking? How did that all happen? Like,
Pretty much with me, I wanted to be a driver since I can talk. So you're talking like 5 years old.
right?
So growing up, being from Rocky Mount, Virginia, born and raised, and then my mom moved to New Jersey when I was 2 years old.
Okay.
Then we lived in Jersey for like 16 years. So ever since I can talk, I always wanted to drive a truck. It's one of those things when you're riding down the road, it's like my truck, my truck. That's what I wanted to start driving a truck.
All right.
By the time I turned 22, that's when I can get into the business of going to truck driving school.
Okay.
So there was a company in Virginia Beach named Fisher Technical, and that's how I got started in driving. I walked 20 miles a day
To get
to school,
to school.
and then back home to my aunt's house. So I did that every day for 5 days, for 3 months.
Yeah.
So that's how determined I was to drive a truck. Once I got into the business, my goal was to only drive for like 5 years, but I never thought it would turn into 28.
28. So we're on year 28 right now.
I'm actually 53. I just turned 53 2 weeks ago.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you, sir.
You're in good
So-
shape for 53 years old as well.
I don't feel like I'm in good shape. Trust me, the knees really hurt more than
Right.
anything. But when I go from clutch to automatic, it's a lot easier for
I
me.
imagine.
So going down the road, I feel so much more energetic because I'm not changing gears.
Right.
I'm not using my clutch.
So in 28 years of driving, you know, for the audience, and probably many of the followers aren't even 28 years old, but you got 28 years of on the road. What are the biggest changes you're seeing within the industry since you started, where it is today?
The biggest thing I seen starting out was that you can talk on a mic to where you didn't have too much of a problem. Nowadays, within the last 10 years, I would say 10, 15 years, it got worse.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't have a CD in my truck because I haven't had a CD in my truck since 2015. So I don't even use a CD. Don't need one. It's too much craziness out there
Yeah.
for drivers like us to where we have to deal with craziness to where you're listening in on people talking.
Yeah, I've heard that from others where, you know, it seemed to be there was more of this brotherhood back in the day, right?
It is.
You know,
It used to
you
be.
guys were one, you know, as a driver, and you know, really supported each other out there. But now it's kind of come individualized, I guess.
You still have the brotherhood, depends on what company you work for. So if you knew somebody like me, there's one friend of mine that lives right down the road from me. I've been knowing him since 98. So I've been knowing him for 25 years.
Right.
There's another guy I've been knowing. He and I started here together.
Okay.
I've been knowing him for 3 years. So we don't really travel up the road that much, but it's one of those things where I can always talk to
Lean on
somebody.
right?
It makes me feel better because as long as I know they're doing good, then I'm doing good myself.
There you go. Well, what you know, so let's go back 20 years ago, and you were getting into this industry. So, you know, what's the most rewarding part that you've experienced through the time? You know, was it everything? I guess you could say everything you dreamed that it would be. You know, when you were young.
When I always saw drivers going up the road, you know, you always hear it, you know, do this, you know, blow
Right.
the horn and stuff like that.
Kids
In
still
which
do that.
as a matter of fact, I have kids that do that to me now. Not only kids that does it, but adults do it. So it's kids, teenagers, senior citizens, because I get them to actually do it off. They want me to blow the horn.
Right.
So when I see that to where I can blow the horn at them, it makes me feel good inside. As a driver, because I saw people growing up, and with me, I had family and friends that was in the industry of trucking for a long time. So that's the one thing that I wanted to get into, was to make a difference.
Yeah.
Not only for myself, but for a company, because I work for so many companies. If you can do it the right way instead of the wrong way, then you're actually doing something good. For me, I didn't have awards in safety for cargo transporters because I worked for them for 5 years. Safety, just about every year. I always got something for them. And other companies I worked for, Epps in Greensboro, and I don't mind saying their name. Epps in Greensboro, Cowan in Baltimore, Maryland, Big G in Tennessee. There's a lot of companies that I work for that I wasn't making the money. And if you're not in the industry to make money, you might as well not be a truck driver. So you get people that will hate on a truck driver. And if you know what I'm talking about, as in, well, why are y'all here to deliver my goods? Well, if we didn't deliver your goods, then you wouldn't have clothes on your back, you wouldn't have food to eat.
Well, I think we certainly have realized that over to through the COVID and supply chain
COVID industry,
supply chain crunch that occurred. That people all of a sudden were like, oh, well, we better start appreciating the truck drivers, you know. And you know, as a company, you know, you brought up safety, and I know safety is a big part of your everyday work. You know, we promote safety here. It's about, we always say, especially on a CB show, get home to your family safely, right?
Yes.
Because you know, you and I talked earlier before we started this segment that you have families in the military, and I'm sure you got other family members. But you know, it's about the quality of life, not only while you're working, but the quality of life outside, you know, outside the truck. And that's what we, you know, that's what's most important, really. We work our butts off, make some money, but we get to enjoy that time with our families. And
you have to be safety conscientious of how people drive the road. Because if you don't, then you're going to get ran over, or you're going to wind up hitting somebody.
Right.
And I done seen accidents already. I done seen more truck accidents within the last 3 years, which is not good.
No. When trucks are involved, it's usually never good. So, you know.
But to answer your question, the military here, I have uncles, aunts, cousins that serve every branch of the military.
We thank them for that service.
Well, and this is me, but if you look at my truck, 1455, I have stickers on the left side and I have stickers on the right side of the truck. That's Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Because of the point my family was in the service, I'm representing, like you, if you was in the service or you was in the service or anybody that was in the service, I'm representing them, because it gets to me emotionally to where if you're looking at videos where the soldiers come home, I get so emotional, I cry because of that.
Right.
And it hurts me more than anything. Because I'm almost really like getting emotional now.
Yeah, I see that.
So,
well, you know, I wish I could be here all day to talk to you at the fireside chat,
you're fine.
but you know, if there's one thing, you know, talking to somebody, you know, if you hear in the industry about, they're trying to attract new drivers, attract new people, because our industry is growing old. You know, you have 28 years, you're 50-some years old, but there's not enough coming in the industry to replace when you are ready to retire. So, and because I think the trucking industry has been beaten down so much as far as the quality of life of a truck driver, you know, whatever, all the stigma against a truck driver that's out there. But if you were to say to a young lad, gal, hey, you want to come into this industry, why would they? Why would you want, you know, what would you encourage them that is good about this industry? I think we hear a lot of the negative, so.
I tell anybody that want to be a truck driver, one, start out early, as in 22 years old. You can start out late, but it's going to hurt you in the long run, is what that is. If you have family, always tell your family, because when you start driving, and I tell people this, when you start driving, if you got family, if you got kids, if you got a wife or a husband, always tell them what you're getting ready to do. Because once you start driving, you're going to be on the road for about 3 to 4 months before you even get home. And I've seen a lot of that happen. I done seen where people
Puts a big strain on the families.
It puts a strain on the relationship
Yeah.
because I just recently, well, not recently, but I had one that was an 8-year relationship. And that put a strain on our relationship to where it didn't work no more.
Right.
So anybody that wants to start out, always start out young, 22 years old. Don't wait till the last minute to do anything. And always tell your family that you want to drive.
Well, that's great advice. And, you know, again, I've been in this industry going on 25 years, and I would agree. It is a challenge. It puts a strain on families, you know,
It
because
does.
you're on the road. You're not, you know, phone call away, you may be 500 miles away, right?
There you go.
So, but you have to adjust the lifestyle. But there's a lot of rewarding parts of this industry.
It is.
Good pay, you know. We always say if you have a CDL, it's like having a golden ticket because you can get a job.
You can get a job anywhere. You can
Right.
get a job anywhere.
Right. And if you have a work ethic, you certainly, you know, can do something well in this industry. But again, I hate to cut us short today. It's great, you know, the fireside
Can
chat.
I just say one thing?
Well, what do you got?
I don't have no kids myself, and I'm talking straight into the camera. I don't have no kids myself, and it hurts me emotionally. That's what that is. I see kids out there every day that losing their life over something stupid in a school. The kids that lost their life in Texas last year, it hurts me badly. Because I don't have kids of my own, I feel that people in general, their kids are like my kids because I have 2 nieces, a nephew, and 2 great nieces that if something was to happen to them, I don't know what I would do.
Right.
If something happened to my mom, I would not be driving. So it hurts me more than anything, and to the point I really don't want to cry because I get emotional. To where you have your kids, try to spend as much time with your kids as humanly possible because you don't know when your kids are going to be taken away. If you're older and you have your family, your mom, your dad, spend time with your mom and dad as much as possible because you don't know when your parents are going to be gone. That's all I have.
Hey, well, I mean, you said enough right there. You know, it's obviously kids, parents, family, very important to all of us. So I enjoyed our time here at the Fireside Chat, and
I appreciate it.
I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you got an opportunity, Chris. Until next time,
Yes.
take care.
Thank you.
You see the passion with Chris.
You know,
know.
it's one thing when you speak from the heart.
Yeah.
And yeah, he definitely.
The one thing that he said after when the segment was over, the filming was over, he said, he just needed that. He needed an opportunity to get it out and just feel. And really, what it came down to, it was about family, right?
Yeah.
Take care of your loved
Yeah.
ones and such.
Which is what we always talk about. Getting home to your family, getting back safely, and then the quality of life.
Right.
How we talk about the work injuries and stuff such as that. It all, it's all full circle.
Right.
And
And,
it
what-
hits everybody differently.
He was saying, talking about, there's some great points of trucking, but there is some, being away from family,
Yes.
right? So, treasure the time that you have. And when we say get home to your family safely, because when you're there, you want to be able to
You want
enjoy
to be
the
able
time.
to enjoy it, right?
So, goes hand in hand. So, Chris, I'm glad it was a great fireside chat.
Very good.
Um,
Very good.
And we appreciate your time. And so, hey, I'm open for other members of the team that want to, talk.
Yeah.
You know,
Stop in.
Stop in.
Reach out to us. We'll
It's
schedule
nice
on.
and cozy here at the fireside chat.
Yeah.
You see the fire going. and
As the
everything.
winter gets, or as the summer comes on, we'll maybe dial down the logs and turn the heat down a little bit. But you'll be all right. We'll make it work.
Well, we'll wrap it up this week.
Sponsors?
Sponsors, well, you know, the Patton Logistics Group, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Can't do it
family
without them.
companies, and you know, a lot going on. Each teammate is doing a hell of a job out there, right? And you know, our you know, customers, can't say without our customers. It's all working full circle, right?
Absolutely.
So, hey, next week I got a lot in store. I'm on my own, right?
You're on your own.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find you a
Yeah,
co-host. We'll see.
but
Special guest.
I got a lot in
We'll see
store,
what
so
we get.
stay tuned to next week. You know, and
Maybe even a dad joke.
yeah, now you have time.
So
I could be at the flyer.
with a dad joke.
Dad joke. Could be cool.
Don't overdo it. Hey, until next time, be safe.